One of the top questions clients come to us with, either before they've booked or just after, is the big question mark about budget. I don't know what I should expect to spend on this event. How do I know how much to budget for it? Well, this is a great question and one of my very favorites. I want to educate everyone about exactly what to expect, because the national averages you might be reading as to what different things cost for your event on different websites that are nationally based and not scientifically sourced are incorrect, unfortunately. I'm here to tell you, based on our years of experience, where you should be thinking about your money and how that's going to be spent throughout the course of your event. It's much more helpful to think about your budget not in terms of just the grand number that you feel comfortable spending, but instead thinking about it in terms of price per person. Whatever target threshold you have in mind for what you want to spend on your event, divide that by the number of guests that you intend to attend your event, the ones that you expect to be there. The guest count is the single driving factor of your overall budget, and what you'll actually spend is very closely tied to your price per person. Once you've done that math, you have to look at where every dollar is going to go based on the number of guests that you have. For example, $100,000 looks very different when you have 75 guests versus $100,000 for 250 guests. The price per person goes down the more guests you have attending your event, and therefore your sacrifices and compromises along the way throughout the planning process are going to be much more stringent for you. What we recommend, given our two brands, is a price per person threshold based on what our clients over the years typically spend. For Ruby and Pearl, our event management service, our clients who book us for event management are typically spending anywhere between $300 to $600 per person. No matter the guest count or the size of the overall budget, $300 to $600 per person is the perfect threshold for someone looking for an event manager to come in, give them advice along the way, and execute the event that they have planned themselves, all the while getting access to professional vendors, not just DIY projects, to make sure that their event is smooth and without a hitch. If you want to add design services, we find that our clients who are comfortable spending anywhere from $600 to $800 per person are right in that window where design service add-on to their event management contract is a perfect fit. And the difference in that range really depends on the selections that you make along the way. The things that I can't know about you, but you probably will find out along the planning process. If you're a foodie, do you want specialty cocktails? Do you really want flowers dripping from every corner? Or is the multiple venue aspect of your event very important to you? All of those factors are decisions you have to make on your own that will ultimately affect the overall price. But within those ranges, that's where you're going to find the best service level match given the constraints of your budget and your guest count and the venues that you've selected. For our Sapphire Events brand, which is our full service planning brand, we find that our clients who are comfortable spending anywhere from $800 to $1,000 per person, and then upwards from there to $1,500 to $2,500 or more per person, are really a good fit for our full service price point. The reason is because our time investment is very detailed, and the level of work that we put into every single one of our clients under our Sapphire Events brand is down to a science, but we literally plan and touch every single possible detail behind that event. So the price point is a little bit higher because there are many more details to be thought of that those clients particularly want to invest in, because it means that much to them for that event to be special. But that's not everybody. Most of our clients fall into the Ruby and Pearl event management plus design service level because that is exactly what they need. Help along the way for planning the things that they can do on their own, design help, which assists them with conceptualizing the aesthetics and the visuals that they're looking for their big day, And it's a little less involved on our end for the planning part because they feel comfortable being able to plan some of this on their own, knowing they have an expert on hand and on call to help them through the process. Given those price per person thresholds, you should really consider your guest count at the very beginning of the process as you're going through everyone's list and making sure that those people you're inviting are truly the people you want to attend the event, because every person counts and you can't not feed and water your guests. So your check that you write to your food and beverage, your catering, is going to be the largest investment that you make, and we want to make sure that you're making the most of everything else and you stay on track.